Welcome to Francis Reads the Bible. I'm moving on to Joshua chapter 2. And Joshua chapter 2 is about the spies that Joshua sent out. So then Joshua sent two spies from the camp at Acacia, with orders to go and secretly explore the land of Canaan. So now they're going to check out the city of Jericho. So they came to the city, they went to spend the night in the house of a prostitute named Rahab. The king of Jericho heard that some Israelites came around to spy the country. So he sent word to Rahab, the men in your house have come to spy out the whole country, bring them out. Then she was like, yeah, some men did come to my house, she answered. But I don't know where they came from. They left at sundown before the city gate was closed. I didn't find out where they were going, but if you start after them now, quickly, you can catch them. She could say this because Rahab had taken the two spies up on the roof and hidden them under some stalks of flax, flax seeds. Yeah, flax, the stalks that she had put there. So even if the king sent some people to come and investigate, they were not going to find two men. We were never told the name of the two spies that were sent. So I'm sure they must have met Rahab maybe at a tavern, like a bar or somewhere those times, and they went home with her. Or maybe she said, "Oh, I recognize you guys. You guys are Israelites. You can come stay with me." Who knows? We don't know the situation of how that happened. No idea. So the king's men left the city because she told them if you go after them now quickly, you'll be able to find them. If you go after them quickly, they just left. So and the gate was shut just in case, so they don't come in or leave. They went looking for the Israelite spies as far as the place where the road crosses the Jordan. That's the Jordan River. Before the spies settled down for the night, Rahab went up on the roof and said to them, I know that the Lord has given you this land. Everyone in the country is terrified of you. We have heard how the Lord dried up the Red Sea in front of you when you were leaving Egypt. We have also heard how you killed Sihon and Og, the two Amorite kings east of the Jordan. That's where the 2.5 tribes of Israel are settled now. So we were afraid as soon as we heard about it. We have all lost our courage because of you. The Lord your God is God in heaven above and here on earth. And I swear by him that you will treat me, my family, as kindly as I have treated you, and give me some sign that I can trust you. I'm wondering how she knew they were Israelites. I'm thinking maybe their skin tone was different, or maybe their mode of dressing, the way they dressed. But I'm thinking if they were spies, they would have dressed the same way the locals would have dressed. Because if you come in looking different, they will know you're not from in. Your spying will not spy well. I don't know. So we have no idea how they were dressed or whatever. I'm thinking maybe they looked different or they had a different accent. There must have been something that made her know, yeah, these people are Israelites. That made them so easy to be seen by even the king and the people who told the king, yeah, these people are Israelites, not from here. So it's either their skin tone or the way they are dressed or accent or something. Who knows? So now everybody has heard already what God did in Egypt. Even though it's been 40 years since then, people know, people in the country know these people are still here. They're coming this way. They've killed kings, taken over cities, lands, and they're headed this way. So imagine people are getting prepared, getting ready for the Israelites, like when they're coming here. And she's like, it's obvious you guys will be able to conquer us because everybody's even afraid. I've helped you. I lied on your behalf. Help my family. You know, tit for tat. Promise that you will save my father and mother, my brothers and sisters, and all their families. Don't let us be killed. Then the men said to her, may God take our lives if we don't do as we say. If you do not tell anyone what we have been doing, we promise you that when the Lord gives us this land, we will treat you well. Rahab lived in a house built into the city wall, so she let the men down from the window by a rope. Go into the hill country, she said, or the king's men will find you. Hide there for 3 days until they come back. After that, you can go on your way. The men said to her, we will keep the promise that you have made us give. This is what you must do. When we invade your land, tie this red cord to the window you let us down from. Get your father and mother, your brothers, and all your father's family together in your house. So now they're giving her a material, maybe from one of their clothing, that belongs to one of them. Give this to tie this here. We'll see it. We'll know it's you. Mm. If anyone goes out of the house, his death will be his own fault and will not be responsible. But if anyone in the house with you is harmed, then we will be responsible. However, if you tell anyone what we have been doing, then we will not have to keep our promise which you have made us give you. She agreed and sent them away. When they had gone, she tied the red cord to the window, as in she didn't even waste time. Immediately, she tied it to the window. That kind of, so it doesn't get lost or she doesn't forget. Like, for these people to be here now, it means this is about to happen. It's about to go down. You know what I'm saying? So she took action. She tied the red cord to the window immediately. The spies went into the hills and hid. The king's men looked for them all over the countryside for 3 days, but they did not find them, so they returned to Jericho. Then the two spies came down from the hills, crossed the river, and went back to Joshua. He told him everything that had happened and then said, we are sure that the Lord has given us the whole country. All the people there are terrified of us. Yeah, exactly, because I'm sure from their findings, aside from what Rahab told them, from the spying, they were able to discover all that. I think I don't know if I should wait till later on to say this, but what's an important thing of note is that when it comes to the lineage of Jesus, you know, Rahab was one of the five women that were mentioned. And amongst the five women that were mentioned, Rahab is a prostitute. Tamar, who was the daughter-in-law of Judah, who became who pretended to be a prostitute to sleep with him and have a child, is also a, is also or was also an ancestor of the lineage of Jesus. Like, they all passed. Jesus passed through that lineage, because I'm sure Rahab married one of the spies. I've forgotten his name, but some people were saying it was Joshua. No, it wasn't Joshua. Then from her lineage, from Rahab now, we now have Boaz, who now married Ruth. Ruth was also mentioned in Jesus' lineage. And then, it all trickled down. These three women, I'm going to talk about it later. It's so interesting. They were not, because normally women are not mentioned when they are giving lineage or ancestry for people in the Bible. It's just the men. But you see, for the lineage of Jesus, these women were mentioned because they were important, as in their stories were very important, in the Bible. So they were mentioned. I'm going to talk about this later. But yes, let's look at this as a prelude and introduction. And I always thought about this as a child, like, okay, so why did, because she lied, Rahab lied on behalf of these people. As a kid, I thought about it. So why was she rewarded for lying? But then look at it. She didn't know God. She was a pagan worshiper, and she protected God's people through that lie, and also acknowledged the power of God, and she wants to be, one of them. She wants to be a part of them. So yeah, it's something worth looking at, really. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to talk about the women in Jesus's ancestry or lineage later. But now I've mentioned three. There was Tamar, there was Ruth, and Rahab. Until next time, my name is Frances Okeke, and I'm not a pastor or anything. I'm just a Christian reading her Bible. And I hope it encourages you to read yours. God bless you and goodbye.